This is not the doll that I voted for. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am really excited because after a year of waiting, I finally got the Monster High Fang Vote Rochelle Goyle from Mattel Creations. I'm so excited, finally. I've been waiting, it's been a year, not a full year, I don't think. I'm trying to remember when this originally came out. It says that I placed the order in April. Okay, so yeah, it has not been a full year just yet, but it has been many months since we purchased this doll, and even more since before that. Anyway, so I started seeing pictures and reviews of this doll popping up online last week, and when I checked my order status, it still said that like it was shipping. It was in process. I believe that the Mattel Creations items ship out from the East Coast. I'm in California, so it takes a little longer for everything to get to me, and I think people who are probably closer to the warehouse where they're shipping from end up obviously getting theirs first. So that's why the pictures were everywhere. But anyway, I got the package. I did cut the tape just to make it easier on myself, but I have not opened this up or oh, it's like really stiff. I haven't opened this up or taken the doll out yet. So I'm gonna catch my first impression on camera. Let me see if I can get this out of here. Oh gosh. Oh, there we go. So this is one thing that I like about Mattel Creations is that every time you get one of these, it's wrapped in tissue paper, and it feels like they took care in the way it was packaged. Usually, I know like some people have gotten mishaps, but that's usually like the shipper's fault, not necessarily Mattel Creations' fault. But anyway, so go ahead. I don't know which way is the front, so I'm just gonna do this. I don't even know if it's like right side up. Ah! Okay. You guys get to see it first? Oh my gosh! Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so like I saw pictures of this. The front of the box is like the stained glass thing of a picture of the doll. And this is so cool. I saw this online. I thought it was really cool, but it's like even better in person. Oh my gosh, look, okay, really quick, I just want to show you the box before we really start getting into this, but like, look at this. So stained glass, like it's flat, it's printed onto plastic, but you know, stained glass details on the sides and the front. This is part of the actual box, but you could kind of see where it's reflective. That's like plastic that would probably normally be see-through. The top of the box just says Fang Vote, and then here is the back of the box, so you can see the doll, or like a photograph of the doll. And then it does have like a little blurb. I'm never really good at reading these. I'll read a little bit of it. It says, bonjour, because she's French, but it's like boo, because anyway, so bonjour. The moonlight story starts just after midnight atop of the Ogre Dame Cathedral, and the spooktacular look you picked for me is fantastic. Okay, so, well, really quick, I'm just going to put this on here. So I'm not going to read this whole thing. If you would like to read it, feel free to pause the video, and, you know, you can go ahead and read through this little blurb here if you're interested in what it says. So let's go ahead and open this up to see the doll really quick. It just slides off. It's don't want to drop it. There we go. Okay, so this is the first thing I see. So I guess this is like a poster or something. Let's see here. Yeah, so it says Fang Vote, has the stained glass picture. This is kind of cool. I think I'm gonna take this to work and hang it up on my cubicle. Oh, there's it all. Okay, anyway, so here we also get a certificate of authenticity. It does say 2022 because that's when everything happened. It does not have like a number, so it's not a numbered collector doll, but anyway. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Wow. Oh, I'm happy. I'm really happy. So here is the doll that I got. Actually, let me take the dust cover off because I don't know why I'm even trying to show it to you. with the dust cover on because there's reflections everywhere. Anyway, so here is the doll. Oh my gosh. I'm really excited. I am genuinely a G1 Monster High fan, so all of these collector dolls as they come out, I really enjoy them. And obviously, as long as like there's no wonky eye or anything like that, then I'm happy with, you know, like getting all of these dolls. I think the only exceptions were when they were characters I didn't like. Like I did not want to get Pennywise, I did not want to get Chucky, and whatever the other character's name was in that release. But yeah, I love all of these Monster High G1 collector dolls, so I'm really excited every time that I see them. I know that there has been some like complaints or controversy. I'll talk about that a little bit later on, but for right now I just wanted to quickly show you the doll. Oh, she is so pretty, and I'm just like so happy to finally get to see her in person. Now, this is technically my first Rochelle that I have in my collection. It's not the first Rochelle doll that I own, because I do own, I believe it's her signature doll, maybe? The Scaris doll. I could be wrong, but I do have one. It's one that I got from the thrift store, and it's not complete. So I haven't added her to my collection yet because I plan on getting the rest of the parts, like her, I think I only have one of her wings, or maybe I have both wings, but I'm missing like her socks and like a couple other accessories and stuff like that, so she's not complete. But once I can complete her and clean her up, then I'll add her to my collection. But until then, this is technically my first one that I'm actually adding to the collection. So in case you don't know, this doll is from the Fang Vote, where fans or fangs got to vote on the doll that we ended up with. And this is not the first time that Monster High has done this. They did this back for G1 back in the day. I think it was more of like a San Diego Comic-Con thing. You know, fans got to vote on which character was going to be next to have a doll. I think they did that for like Weberella, or I forgot the character's real name. And I think Scara Screams was one of the characters, and Mistress Bloodgood. But I think they all ended up getting dolls after a while anyway. So I don't know, that maybe that'll happen for these dolls as well. About a year ago, Mattel announced that they were bringing back the Fang Vote, and we got to choose from 3 different characters that we could potentially have a doll for. There was Rebecca Steam, Venus McFlytrap, and Rochelle Goyle. Now, what I found interesting about this particular selection is I love all 3 of these characters, so I would have been fine with any of them. I think Rochelle was technically my 3rd choice, and like Venus and Rebecca were tied. It was really hard for me to make this decision. I think I ended up voting for Venus just because I really like Venus, but I would have been fine with any of the 3 that we got, and we did end up going with getting Rochelle. Once we knew who the character was, we then got to pick the doll's hairstyle and makeup. Obviously, we ended up with look 1, which is the Moonlight Soiree, and that is not the one that I picked. I actually voted for look number 2, which was the Skirisian Chic. And I think the main reason is just because we've seen a similar hairstyle to this before, and I really wanted the long twisted ponytail. I don't know, I just thought that would be really cool. I have to admit that the makeup looks way better on the look that we got, so I will allow that. Plus, I don't dislike this hairstyle. I just really did like the twisty ponytail, and I thought that would have been cool. Round 3 was where we got to choose the shoes. Now, this was another hard choice for me. I think I went with the stained glass arches only because of the color. Like, I love turquoise, and I went based off the color, but I really, really like the pink Goyles, because if you look at the like heel, the heels would have been little gargoyles, and I love it when they do cute little sculptures on the back of the shoes. Obviously, I haven't taken the doll out of the box yet, so I don't know what her shoes actually look like. We'll see that in just a little bit here. But I guess this is the one thing that technically the one that I voted for is the one we ended up getting, so I'll allow that. Finally, for round 4, we got to pick the accessories that we wanted the doll to have, or vote for the accessories anyway. The first option was Gothic Ghoul, which is the one that we ended up going with, and then the other one, of course, is the one that I voted for, which is Lattice with Love. And the reason why I like that is because for some reason, Gothic Ghoul, and I'll talk about this more when I show you the accessories, but the crown with those particular earrings just looks like a lot on top of her head, and it looked kind of weird. I like the handbag. Once again, I'll show you in a little bit here, but the reason I chose the other one is because it would look like a little fascinator on top, and it had different earrings that I thought that would be a cuter combination. And I love that stone heart bag. I thought it was super cute. Once again, I was kind of going by the color as well. I really liked that the heart was that turquoise color with the pink around it. I just thought it was really cute. So I did vote for Lattice with Love, but we ended up getting Gothic Ghoul instead. So here you can see the winner's circle. We got the character, the hairstyle and makeup, shoes and accessories. And that is how we wound up with this doll. So let me go ahead and show her to you from top to bottom. So starting off, here is her face. She is so pretty. I really like this face screening, and so far the quality control seems to be pretty good. From the pictures I've seen, I'm not seeing any wonky eyes or anything like that. Now, there has been some complaints about the screening on the doll, and I think that that stems from the promo pictures not matching up with what we see in real life. In real life, her eyes look a little bit bigger, and she looks a little bit more like concerned. The promo pictures are of a prototype, so naturally it's going to look a little bit different, but I think the difference is when you look at the doll straight on and you look at her face and then you look at the promo picture like next to each other, it just looks like the one that we got, her eyes are a little bit bigger. Obviously, like looking at these side by side here, I think that it's two things. One, the doll that I have, her eyelashes are looking straight up, whereas I think that in the promo pictures, the eyelashes are going more straight forward, like straight out, and that definitely creates a different face shape. Also, I think that the bangs on mine, the curl is a little tighter. If it was a little bit more relaxed, it would look more like the promotional images, I think. Here, let me see if I could do that. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. I don't know. I think it's really weird because like a lot of people are complaining about these dolls. I think the more and more of them that come out, the more excited I personally get for them, and I'm really enjoying them. You know, some of them, there might be design choices that are not my favorite, but, you know, I don't know, I just like them. And I feel like a lot of people, when they complain about certain things, they're like, I don't know, like as time goes by, I feel like people are picking them apart more and more. Like, I don't know if I'm missing something or what, but people are complaining that the doll we got doesn't look like the prototype, and it's not going to. The prototype was probably hand painted, and this was done on an assembly line. So there's that aspect of it. Plus, I think that like looking at it, part of it, along with the eyelash thing that I mentioned earlier, I think there's a difference between like me holding the doll up to the camera right here like this, and me holding the doll back and then zooming in. You know, her face actually has a different like shape to it depending on how far away from the lens that the doll is. So part of that is perspective because of the photograph. Part of that is it's the prototype versus the one we got. I don't know. I also, the other thing is, like I said, there's no wonkiness to this. I think the screening is really good and I'm not seeing any defects. So I'm not sure why people are complaining about this doll. That's just my opinion. And I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just saying I don't personally get it. Anyway, that being said, let's look at the rest of the details on here because I do like a lot of what I'm seeing. So I want to point these out. So starting at the top, here is the crown. I like this little bat, the little skull bat, and made from like a metallic blue right there. Obviously the crown is like attached to the head with little T tags. And then these are the earrings. The earrings are a little bit much. I kind of prefer this look like without the earring and just the crown, or take the crown off and just do the earrings. Like I like one or the other, but like when she has the earrings on, from the front, it almost looks like the earrings are like part of the crown, and I don't know, it looks weird. It gives it a weird silhouette. It's not my favorite. Like I said, I like one or the other probably. Her hair is saran, and I love that because I love saran hair. It's just one of my favorite kind of doll hair types. And just what I like about like the Haute Couture and the other collector Monster High G1 style dolls, she has really, really long hair. And I love the fact that even though her hair is really long, it is saran, because for some reason Mattel has been really relying on that polypropylene for like fun colors and longer hair choices, and I'm glad that they're not doing that for these dolls because I would have been very disappointed. Before I look at her outfit, I just wanted to show you her purse because like this is super cute. Look at this. I love the little gargoyle. The thing itself is made from a slightly translucent plastic. Does it open? Oh yes, it is two separate pieces, so it does technically open, so you can put something in it. And then the chain is a real chain. Like this is actually metal. I love this. This is such a cool little purse. She also comes with a stand. I haven't gotten it out of the box. Real quick, by the way, this is the inside of the box, which is really cool. It's got Scaris in the background, which is like the Monster High version of Paris. And, you know, it's just got like these different images here printed inside the box. I just wanted to appreciate this because, like, even though I'm taking the doll out of the box, I really do appreciate the box and the design that they included in here. There's like the Eiffel Tower looking thing, and then I think, oh yeah. So they put on the back here, I don't remember the character's name, but that is Rochelle's pet from the first wave of, or you know, from G1 of Monster High. I don't know the pet's name, but there it is, hidden in the background there is like a little bit of an Easter egg. And let me get the stand out really quick. There we go. So here's the stand. It is one of the little saddle stands, so she can sit on it, which is okay. These aren't my favorite because the dolls like haven't like historically like done really well with these, because they kind of clip on. Well, okay, hers is actually, hers works pretty well. So I think it was just that Frankie that I got from the Masquerade, the Midnight Masquerade or whatever it was called. Their stand is not like, I think it's the tights that they're wearing doesn't fit on that little saddle stand, so it won't clip on properly, and they keep falling over. Oh, I don't think you can see it. There we go. Under my TV, you can kind of see Frankie over there just kind of leaning. But yeah, these type of stands are not necessarily my favorite, but they work, you know, I guess they work in the way that they are. I prefer the ones that the Disney Radiance collection has. They go up and they clip onto the legs of the doll. I feel like that's a little bit more effective, and it is really secure in that way. I can't, like I said, I shouldn't complain because this one seems to be pretty sturdy. So she's not falling off even as I'm like holding her like this. So it seems to work. Plus it, you know, the waist like C-clamp, like the little waist hugger part, would not work with this cage, so I understand why they didn't give her one of those kind. Speaking of which, let's look at her outfit, because this is really interesting and it is multiple layers. By the way, she does have her wings back here, and they are removable. I've already accidentally pulled one out because it got caught on her hair. In fact, I'm just going to take her wings off for a little while I'm showing you the outfit and everything, and I'll put them back on later when I display her. But anyway, so this is the dress that we ended up getting. It's very interesting because the dress itself is made from this like organza or something. I don't think it's chiffon. I think chiffon is a lot more, I always get messed up with my fabrics. I'm not very like familiar with which fabric is what. I just know that like certain ones like chiffon and organza and a couple others are usually thinner and like kind of see-through. But for some reason I feel like chiffon is like a nicer, like flowy, like super soft. This isn't quite like that, so it might be organza or it might be something else. If you know, let me know in the comments. But the whole entire dress is made of that, and then over it has a second layer, which is also of the same thing, which is kind of see-through, but it has these metallic pink stripes on it, and same thing for the sleeves, obviously. I love the color combination. The silhouette is interesting because it's kind of like, I guess it's a mermaid style, but I guess like a trumpet style or whatever they call it, dress, and it's got the poofy sleeves and stuff. It's really interesting because it's kind of like gothic inspired, but like in the pastel colors. I like it, and a lot of people don't like it. I know like some people were kind of complaining. I can see where they're coming from because the silhouette of the overall dress had to grow on me, but now that I have it in person, I actually really like it. Now before I take it off, I just want to show you the way that this cage thing works. I actually really like this. Obviously it's supposed to be metal, but it is made of plastic because it is a doll. And if it was metal, it would probably be hard to mess with, and you don't want to accidentally bend it or anything. But basically it's got this kind of lattice work, or this like, you know, steel bar. I don't know. This makes me think of like a fence or railing of some kind, or like Eiffel Tower-esque, I don't know, like some kind of metal cage thing, but it's got like all these like swirls and pretty designs in it, and it does go up over the shoulders as well, you can kind of see. And then here it is from the back. It is open in the back, so it's really easy to put on and take off. Speaking of which, I'm gonna try and take it off. I think you just do that and then kind of bring this over her shoulders. Oh, I don't want to ruin the dress though. There we go. We'll pull it over the puffy sleeves. This thing is pretty rigid. This was kind of weird, but anyway. So here is the little cage thing just by itself, just so that way you can see it is two kind of like separate pieces that goes around. I like the addition of this a lot. I actually do like the dress without it. I think that it is still very pretty, but I think that this really does add something to it, and I really do like it. So here you can really see the silhouette of the dress a lot better without that cage on it, just so if you were curious as to what it kind of looks like. I like it. It's different. I don't know. I want to not like it because it's kind of weird and not like what I feel like a dress should look like, but it's different. It's interesting. You know, like the designers did a very interesting job here, and I do actually kind of like it. Oh, also her gloves in her prototype images or the promo images, whatever, she did not have gloves. And I think somebody said that originally she had them and then they took them away and then later they added them back or whatever. But I love this. I love the fact that they actually gave her gloves. They didn't technically have to, because in the promo images she does look really pretty without them, and I do still like the outfit the way it is without the gloves, but I'm so happy that they included it. That's like just an extra little detail that they didn't have to include, but they did, and I'm happy about that. Now underneath, she actually has like a whole jumpsuit underneath because the dress itself is sheer. It is kind of see-through. So let me take this off really quick because I want to show you the jumpsuit. Oh my god, don't break. Don't break. Oh, what the hell? Okay, well, whatever. So I did this to my Beetlejuice doll. Monster High G1 is supposed to come apart at the elbow. And I tried to remove the arms on my Beetlejuice doll and it broke the peg. And I just now tried to do that here and it broke the peg. This peg snapped off inside of her arm. Luckily, it's just the tip of it. And I just tried it. It does go back in and it doesn't come out super easily. So we're okay. We're okay. I can still move her arm. Everything's fine. But that is annoying. If these dolls aren't supposed to come off at the, I don't know, it's fine. Let's just keep going. Okay, they come off at the wrist very easily. If you need to redress these dolls, do not try and remove their arms at the elbow. It'll break. Remove them at the wrist. That's really frustrating. That's the second time that that's happened to me on a collector doll. And by the way, this doll was $90. I'm not mad because the doll is $90 and because the peg was hard to get off. I'm mad because I broke it. Anyway, like I said, I'm able to still put her arm back on. I'm aware that, yeah, it doesn't come off too easily, so we're fine. I hate that it snapped. I wish that it would have just, the peg would have come off like I'm used to with Monster High. But yeah, just know that happened and be careful. Okay, let's talk about the positive. Like I said, her arm goes back on. We're fine. This is the little jumpsuit that she has underneath her dress. And I love that there's layers to her outfit. I love that there is the possibility of mixing and matching. It's really interesting. This is a cute little jumpsuit. I actually do really like this. Once again, they didn't have to do this because I think the dress on its own was fine. But I love the fact that they did add this. You know what I want? I haven't seen anybody do this and I want to see what this looks like. I'm going to put the little cage thing back on her without the dress, and I just want to see what it looks like. This kind of looks cool. I have to admit, like, having this little cage thing over the jumpsuit, this looks cool. I kind of like this. Without the, like, this is a look, this looks like a pop star would probably wear this on stage while performing, like the jumpsuit with the cage thing over it. I like that. I kind of like that. This is really cool. Okay, so let me just I'm gonna put her dress back on real quick. Oh, before I do that, let me show you her shoes. So these are the shoes, by the way, and it's really interesting because in the prototype images, if I remember correctly, yeah, so okay, so they kind of flipped it, kind of. So here are the shoes that we've got, and here are the prototype shoe, or not the prototype, but the concept art next to it. So you can kind of see there is a difference. So the shoes that we did get are completely molded in this translucent turquoise colored, teal colored plastic, whereas the original looked like it was going to be like a gray plastic, and then the bows would be like turquoise and the bottom would be turquoise. But the shoes we got, the whole thing is turquoise, and then the bows are painted black. So I guess, I mean, it makes sense, I guess, to do it this way. It's just interesting that they kind of changed it. Obviously, they must have had to or whatever. But look at the heels. So the heels are literally like a stained glass pane. This is so cool. I actually really like these. I think it would have been really cool if we got the other shoes that had the stained glass on the top of the shoe and the gargoyle for the heel. I think that would have been cooler, personally. But I do actually like these shoes. I don't know. I really like Monster High shoes, so like maybe I'm just a little easier to impress with these. I have no idea. All right. So that is my review of the new Fang Vote Rochelle Goyle doll. I overall really like this doll. Once I saw the promotional images for her, I knew that I was going to like her. Like I said, a lot of the complaints, like I could see if there was quality control issues and like the screening was bad, or there was just like, I don't know, things, I could see if there was like low quality for certain things, but the materials used, I like. The look of the doll, I like. You know, there's a lot of aspects that I really do like. So I don't fully get all of the criticisms. The doll was $90, so I do get that aspect where, you know, like the prices are kind of like jumping all over the place, and it feels like Mattel last year was doing a lot of testing the waters to find out what price points will work for certain things, because we got some dolls that were $50 and some that were $75. This doll was $90. You know, they've had dolls that are over $100, you know, so I think that, you know, there's different factors that go into the price and cost of a doll, a collector doll. I don't know what they all are because obviously I don't work for the company, so I don't get to see behind the curtain, but I don't know, it's really interesting. I just think you vote with your dollars, and if there's a particular doll that you don't like, then don't buy it. If there is a doll that you do like, then, and you feel that it's worth it, or you want it enough to pay the price that they market at, then do buy it. That's how they're gonna see in the numbers what works and what doesn't work at the end of the day. But like I said, I do like this doll. I like what we ended up getting for the design. I really like this cage thing. I think is really cool. I love the aspects of the outfit. I'm probably going to change the hair. I might like put the hair up in a high ponytail because it's so long. I think that it'll work. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do with this, but I kind of want to put the hair up in a ponytail, mainly because I want you to be able to see her wings. And when the hair is down like this, it kind of like hides the wings a little. I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing with the doll. The only issue that I have, obviously, is with the elbow, the little peg breaking. This is now the second collector doll that has happened to me for, and I don't know why that is happening, because most of my G1 Monster High dolls, they come apart at the elbow. It's so you can redress them easier. And I've had plenty of them. It's never happened before. The only two dolls it's happened to are my Beetlejuice doll and now my Rochelle doll. And it genuinely is really frustrating. Like, I am very frustrated that it happened. I'm not mad at Mattel for like doing XYZ or making the peg or not making the peg the right way or whatever. I'm mad that like I was having trouble pulling it and I kept going, and I should have stopped. I should have known to not pull it out, and the tip of it, you know, pulled out and just like completely snapped. The hand is staying in. If it was falling off, then I would have to see about rebodying the doll or contacting Mattel to get a new one. I'm not going to bother contacting Mattel about this. Like I said, it was my fault. I'm the one that like I felt the resistance and I still tried to disconnect the arm anyway. And the only reason I'm saying that is because in my last video I got a lot of comments, or in the Beetlejuice video, I got a lot of comments of people saying, contact Mattel, send it back, get them to give you a replacement. They were willing to do a replacement. I did contact them, but because it was a 2-pack, I would have had to send back both Beetlejuice and Lydia, and I didn't want to do that. And they said that, you know, if there is none available, we will refund you. And I'm like, I didn't want to you know, they probably had extras for this exact reason, but I didn't want to risk not getting another Beetlejuice. So, and like I said, the arm, I'm able to put it back on the doll. I just can't mess with it because it falls off if I mess with it too much. For this doll, the arm is staying on a little bit better. Like I said, I'm not going to bother contacting Mattel about it. I'm not going to complain. But I am going to gripe because I'm frustrated. Other than that one thing, though, I actually really do like this doll, and I'm so excited to have a Rochelle represented in my collection. I keep talking about redoing my shelf back here. Eventually I'm going to get around to it, and I want to put all of my collector Monster High dolls together, because now that I have enough of them, I think that they'll look really cool in a line, like all displayed next to each other. So I don't know when that's going to be. It's just whenever I happen to not be lazy and finally do that. But when it is complete, I will show you in my videos, because I know a lot of you guys like to see my doll display. Right now it's a mess, but once everything is settled, I'm still kind of like cleaning things up from Christmas. I know it's, you know, almost been a month, but whatever. But that is going to be it for the Fang Vote Rochelle Goyle. As always, let me know what you think of this doll down in the comment section down below, and thanks for watching. I hope I see you next time. Bye. If you like this video, you can let me know by hitting thumbs up. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking one of the links on the screen. I post new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.